And boom, just like that. I got a fresh car wash like an hour ago. I got it fully detailed, and I do have to say, it smells really good in here. I like that. Normally my car, when I get in the morning, just ends up smelling like Iranian food. I think it's Iranian. It's this really good spot I always go to because it's open until 2 a.m. Really good, and I always get the takeaway, drive back, and then my car smells like that a little bit, which is not bad, but I don't know, it smells like leftover Iranian food, which isn't that good. But this, always gotta keep it clean, get it detailed like that. I have got a fun little video that I'm gonna pick up once I wrap up this little meeting. It's not like a meeting, but meeting up with someone who I'm just talking with about potentially doing some business collabs. So gonna go hang out with him, or them I should say, and up at their house, and then I'm gonna pick this up as I'm leaving there because why not? So that's the plan. I'll see you guys shortly. Oh, and I'm still on my way, but I wanted to put this in real quick. Be grateful, enjoy your day. Gratitude for me is one of like the 3 or 4 things that I practice every day that's just helped me a lot. And I really, you know, I do appreciate where I am, and it's very easy. I see people do this all the time. They get to some level or something they want, you know, whether it's abundance or getting like a physical thing they want, something mentally, emotionally, whatever, and then they kind of start taking it for granted. Like they don't appreciate it as much as they thought they would or they should, which is gonna help just attract that positivity and keep it in their life. You know, I'm grateful even for just where I live. You know, to me, this was a dream for 5 years, so always be grateful. All right, when a good question gets asked enough times, that's when I feel like we need to address it, okay? I've replied a lot of times, mostly privately over DMs. This is something a lot of people don't want to end up sharing publicly, like the people asking this question, because a lot of the times, you guys already saw the title and probably the crappy thumbnail that I make myself, talking about how I, you know, stay motivated or whatever, how I keep doing what I'm doing every day. You know, I know so many people, there's even, you know, people in the entrepreneur space, some more successful than me, the same, less, whatever you want to call it, who ask me, literally say, yo, how do you like stay so productive? How do you still like work all day, like do your thing? You know, you got this, this, and this. For me, everything, there's a few things, okay? We're gonna talk about a couple different points inside of here, but essentially, how do I stay working? Like I work all day, every day. Like I love what I do, and what I do is pushing me towards my goal. It's a vehicle. What I'm doing right now is not what I wanna be doing in a couple years. That doesn't mean I don't like it. That just means I have other goals. I want to progress. I love doing new things. So that's why I went and traveled, you know, do new things. So a couple of the things I want to talk about: how do you stay productive? Okay, how do you build the habits to actually do it? That's called discipline, okay, which is, we're going to talk about school because that relates. But essentially, there's a couple main key factors inside of here that a lot of people, that is a nice Aston Martin right there, that a lot of people don't think about. So for me, everybody, or almost everybody that I know who asks this question just simply doesn't have, like, I don't want to say they don't have a vision, but they don't have their specifics mapped out. That's the best thing I could call it, okay? And what do I mean by this? I mean, I know exactly what I want to do. Like, I don't know maybe the exact businesses and certain things in that aspect, but it doesn't matter. I know where I want to go in life, and I know that where I am currently is not even a fraction of the way there, like not even close. So how would I possibly not be working? You know, I feel, it's weird, I've never felt more broke in my life, and that's just from a financial point. Again, that's not the only thing I'm aiming for, but you have to understand too that from a certain point, oh, this lady's puking in the middle of the road. How about that? I should have swerved out of the way. Anyways, I understand that, and so I know exactly what I want to do. So I have to keep working for that because I'm not even close. I'm in the hustle mode. I'm in the beginning phases. Whereas a lot of people see themselves once they start making, you know, I see this all the time with these little internet kids popping up, making like their first $20,000 a month or whatever, and then they think they're hot shit. And it's like, yo, life's gonna slap you in the face. You know, like I've seen it over and over and over again. And if this is your thing, like I'm not trying to hate on anyone financially, I'm putting my perspective on this. Like, a lot of people, like, it's like they somewhat know it or they've heard it, they just don't understand it or they don't want to believe it. And I've lived it. Like, I've literally experienced the ups and the many downs, you know. And again, I'm just starting, so that's just starting as well. But I've seen everything. I know I'm a little overexposed here because of the camera. We've got the sun on me. Whoa, now you like can't even see me. This is crazy lighting. Whoa, 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 whoa. Hello. So first of all, how do I stay productive every single day? Because you're working all day, every day. You have to enjoy what you do. First of all, you have to like at least what you're moving towards. So that doesn't mean I like everything I do. Like there's things that suck, and the biggest thing is just getting everything done. So I make a list every single night, the night before, the next day, for the next day, on what I have to get done. That list is exactly what I need to get done. Once it's done, I don't care what I do. And here's the thing, that list almost never gets done. You know, like that's something I want to point out. Like I'll be the first to admit it. It's something that almost never gets done. And when it does, then I just go build off of one of the things, or I go find something else to do that's still productive. You know, because again, I want to move as fast towards my goals and where I want to be in life. So a lot of people ask, you know, and we'll revert it to a time thing. How do you not want to hang out with friends? I didn't say I didn't want to, but first of all, I don't have many friends. I really don't. I have a lot of acquaintances, and I have a lot of different levels of acquaintances, like how, you know, close of acquaintances I would consider them. But friend-wise, there's not many, right? And like, I really am very careful about who I would call a friend. Like there's people I spend a lot of time with who I don't even come close to considering that. Like not even close, because I just have to be so careful about that because I've been burned left and right. So how do I, you know, hanging out with friends, that's one of the reasons I live where I live. It's not in LA, so people are always coming in and out. I know a lot of acquaintances who are always coming in and out of town. Great people, you know, like some of these dudes, you know, they can be worth a lot of money. They might have really cool businesses and this and that. But if it doesn't align with my timepiece and what I want to do in life, my vision, my goals, I don't make it a priority. So I don't go hang out with them. You know, I spend so much time alone. And I'm a Pisces, by the way, from when I'm born, like my astrology sign. I don't know if I really believe in this stuff. I was actually just looking at it today. But one of the things that they said, I don't agree with everything that's on there, at least for my personality. But one of the things that was on there for Pisces is they don't mind being alone. And I don't mind being alone at all. Like I've had friends who tell me, yo, like, it's really interesting, you're super independent, like you can be, you know, very social if you want. Yo, wait, look, boom, phantom drop head. Oh, I'm a car guy, sorry. But they're always saying that, and I don't mind being alone. Like I'm great in social situations, I love being around people, but I like doing my own thing. That's how I learn the best. I just go, I just work. So I work all day because I have nothing, and I have to build it because I want stuff, I want things, I want freedom. So that's one of the biggest things. Now, habit-wise, how do you build that? Because this is the biggest thing. I see people beat themselves up over this all the time. Yo, like I'm not being productive, what can I do? This sucks. I'm like, you know, I find myself sitting at my desk. That was me with school. So this is how we're gonna tie in school in a second. But you can't just like start going 14 hours a day, 15, 16 hours a day, every day from having never done anything. That's just not how the human body works. You might be able to do it for a few days or sustain it for a week, but training yourself to do that, not only to actually do it, but to want to do it. Okay, whether you actually do or not, or you're tricking yourself, your brain, which you can do, tricking yourself into believing you want to do it, you know? You gotta basically convince yourself of certain things, but that takes time to build. So start, whatever time you're working, spend it productively and slowly increase that. It took me years and years of working every day, maybe not all day, but like every day I would do something. I've never taken a day off, ever. So it's really as simple as that. I spend a lot of time working towards what I want. So that's absolutely essential for me in the work I'm putting in, you know. Again, I know what I want to do, so I'm just making sure that my work aligns with that. And that's huge, you know. So building those habits, it takes time, and don't get me wrong, do not even come close to getting me wrong. I am not the most productive person, not even close, probably the furthest thing from it. I am awful at that. It's gonna take me years and years to get up to a point, maybe even, I don't know, where I'm actually productive. Like I am not satisfied at all with how I spend my time, how I structure my day. I'm getting there though. Every single day, it's a little bit better, okay? I'm working on it. That's why I spend so much time focusing on myself. You know, I have a lot of amazing connections, amazing friends, acquaintances, you know, people that I, you know, can associate with, maybe do business with, whatever, amazing people who everyone would like want to always be hanging out with, yet I choose to be alone for so much of the time I spend because I know that I need to get further. Okay, and this is one thing that comes back to networking too, and this is not the topic, but you got to be credible. So there's things I want to do that I want to achieve, and there's certain time frames on that. So I have to put in time to be able to hit that. So that for me is huge, and I know I want you guys to comment any sort of struggle you believe you're having. I know this video probably isn't the best quality, this lighting's all screwed up, but whatever. We're driving, it's an absolutely gorgeous day out here. I mean, look at this. Again, like I said at the beginning, I'm sure I put that in, very grateful for where I live, even the fact that it's beautiful weather. Like, I would actually love to be in Minnesota right now where I grew up, because it's amazing weather there in the summer and fall. Amazing, but I got too much stuff to do out here. So again, a lot of people be like, oh, well, you got the money, you got this and that, you can work from anywhere, why don't you just go? It would slow down what I want to do. That doesn't mean I don't do certain things, but you know, pick your poison. So I know what I want to do. I'm very focused on that. So people who try and get in my way or challenge that, fuck them. I just straight up, like, excuse me, like, I'll just straight up cut you off. Like, that's how it has to be. There's not a secondary option. So that's why every single day I'm just working towards what I want, because I know what I want. So the first thing you have to do is get clear. And if you don't know what you want, that's totally okay. I didn't know what I wanted for so long. I still don't fully know every piece. You know, I'm clearer on what I want, but now it's like exactly when, exactly how, what does that look like? You know, that for me is huge. This lighting is really, really weird. But, you know, so you got to figure that out. You got to ask yourself those questions. So I really hope this video helped. You know, there's a lot of different stuff. This is not like a crazy how to be productive. This is just my thoughts on, you know, how I do what I do. People ask me that all the time. Again, even other entrepreneurs, people that you would know, even people who, you know, are very similar in age, similar in everything they do, income, whatever, to me, and also people who are a lot, you know, further in different areas, and people who are under. It's a great question. It really is. And it comes back to personality type too. You know, I know people who work like 3 hours a day. They have a specific time they work, the rest of the day they don't spend it because they can't be effective all day. Well, as long as you use those 3 hours extremely effectively and you structure your life around that, you know, like around what you have to do, then great, more power to you. You just have to figure out what that system looks like for you. Everything's a system. I got a system with what I do. So hope that helps. I'm sure it's gonna breed a lot of questions. So any questions that you guys have, feel free to drop it in the comments down below. And if you enjoyed this video, if you want more content like this, versus, you know, just specific business help, because this stuff's important. That's why I film it. This might get less views than 0 to 3,000 on Shopify as a beginner, you know, which is one of the businesses I do. That's great. That's totally fine. I don't mind if it gets less views. But I know the people that watch this, it's gonna impact you more if you actually take it in. So drop a like down below if you want some more of this, and if you enjoyed this video, let me know any thoughts, feedback, questions, anything you have in the comments down below. And please, the only thing I ask, the only thing, I say this at the end because I believe I have to give something in return. So I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, and you haven't already, highly consider hitting that subscribe button down below. We're closing in on 100,000 subs. It's been a massive milestone of mine. I do appreciate the support. And if you didn't already know, I post on this channel every single day without failure for the last 365 days. Actually, I might have been, I don't know if it's been longer yet, something around there, only 1 day missed, and that's because YouTube unscheduled my video. So you guys, I do appreciate the support on every single video. Hope you enjoyed this one, and I'll be seeing you tomorrow in the next one. Peace. Moral of the story, if you're asking this question or you ever have thought about asking this question, then you know, whether you say it or not, you know that you are not where you need to be. So get to work.